Hello, I am all showered and ready for bed at 10 past 10, which is a crazy early time for me because I usually don't sleep, which is probably bad for my health. Um, I make up for it sometimes. I never make up for it. So I'm gonna try and get some sleep. I probably still won't go to sleep until probably 1 in the morning. Not because I don't want to, because I definitely do, but because I find it difficult to sleep. Um, haven't made a video in a while. Usually when I don't make a video, I give the excuse to work has gotten on top of me. That's not true in this case. A couple of things have been going on. I've been doing a lot of work, that is true, but it's not the reason why I haven't been doing these videos. Well, it is kind of. These videos aren't considered work, so when I have time to sit down and do one, then I'll do it. I mean, I don't edit or anything, I just upload it, which is a bad thing. I should probably edit, but I don't have time to. If you want to see what I've been doing recently, go to longpath.co.uk. There's a couple of things on there that you might find interesting. Firstly, I designed that website. I am the web designer now, officially, I think, for Longpath Entertainment. I also write and direct for a web series they're working on, which is based on my book. So everything's, very nicely related. Yeah, I write, direct, act in that series, which is pretty cool. I'm also the online editor for that series, which, no, I'm not going to explain it to you. There's an online editor and offline editor. Go Google it. If you're interested in that sort of stuff, you will benefit from that. But I'm not going to sit here and explain it to you because that's ridiculous. It's not what this video is about. What is this video about? I don't even know. I think I'm just catching up. As for Kale, crazy stuff's going on with Kale. We are going to be doing a complete overhaul of the website. I pronounced that really strange. It sounded kind of like overhaul. I said overhaul. A couple of things that you may have missed from Mikhail, though, is we published a game called Coaster Designer, which is actually a pretty decent roller coaster designer. What more can I say? It has a very 90s feel to it, which is great because everything we do is kind of retro in some way. So it has a very 90s theme to it. And I'm from the 90s. Look at that, my t-shirt says so. So I very much like stuff from the 90s. Because I'm just about old enough to remember the things that spilled through from the 90s to the early 2000s. Although I was very young when that happened, but still, things spilled through, and I still remember many things that people think I shouldn't remember. So yeah, it's a good game. As far as I'm not sure if it has a 90s feel or an early 2000 feel. To be fair, it's a very grey area for me. We also released a game that we developed in-house called Tetromp. Unfortunately, it's Windows only, as is Roller Coaster Tycoon. Roller Coaster Tycoon? That's a completely different game. What the hell am I talking about? Coaster Designer? Jesus. Yeah, but they're both Windows releases, unfortunately. So Mac, Linux, mobile. Oh no, sorry, you can't have that game. We are thinking of. We haven't done anything about this yet, so don't quote me on this. This is not official. This is just me saying this is something I'd like to do one day. We are thinking of re-releasing Tetromp for. It'll be a Windows release again, but it will also have Mac, Linux, and mobile support. It will also be released on the Ouya, which will be pretty cool. Just complete cross-platform, and everything will be the same because we'll be optimizing the controls so that no one has an advantage. And if we see an advantage, we'll nerf it. So we'll be working on that maybe someday. But right now we have other things going on. So yeah, all of the scoreboards would be global, and you'd all be competing against each other, which is great. I like that idea. That's the idea of Tetromp anyway, getting our people competing. So get Tetromp. It's completely free. So is Coaster Designer. Just check out the stuff we got coming out. Take it with a bit of caution though. If we don't charge you any money for a game, it means that we don't think it's worth any money. So Don't go expecting Tetron to be the most technologically advanced game you've ever played in your life, but do expect it to be very infuriatingly addictive and great fun, actually. And you can be part of a community and stuff, so that's great. What else am I talking about? We've also got stuff going on behind the scenes at Akale that you're not allowed to see yet, because there's not a lot to see, to be fair. A lot of programmer graphics and basic engine work, to be honest. That's all we have of 2 projects that I probably shouldn't even give you a number about. Also, please buy my book. My book will be in the description. It's about zombies, and it's a different take on zombies, as far as I can tell. It's not something I came across before. It's a very emotion-driven, character-driven story, and the second one will be coming out sometime soon. Although, don't quote me on that because I haven't finished writing it yet. The chapters are extremely short. That's part of my style for this book. The chapters can be 1 or 2 pages. Some of them are more than 1 or 2 pages, but I have about just over 10 chapters to go. Bearing in mind, each book has 50 chapters, and the book is about that thick. And yeah, just make your calculations on that. It doesn't matter, really. But I have about 20 chapters. 20 chapters? I just have 10 chapters to go, and then that'll be out. And then I'm expecting to release 2 books this year, in fact, because the 3rd installation of the End Pages series is expected to come out about December this year. Which will be nice. 2 End Pages books in 1 year. That's great. That would be awesome for me. Which means I'm actually going to be a lot quicker on writing the 3rd book instead of slacking like I was with the 2nd book. I say slacking, it's actually called writer's block to us writers. Anyway, I'm not going to drag on this video because I know there are very few people that enjoy these videos, and I make it for them, so I don't want to outstay my welcome with the few people that do care about these videos that I pump out occasionally. I have no idea what... I'm thinking of doing some tutorials on how to make games, preferably in Game Maker because I'm best at that. I mean, if people want it enough, then I'll go into C++, but you can find way better tutorials than what I can bring out for C++ or JavaScript or C#. Or I could do HTML. I hate HTML. Don't ask me for a HTML tutorial, please. You can find that everywhere since, like, since the internet came out. You could find it came out like it's a game. Oh Jesus! Since the internet was born, you could find HTML tutorials. You don't need me to do that. Just ignore me. I'll do Game Maker tutorials because I love Game Maker. I have a real passion for that. It's a great piece of kit, and I suggest you get it. See you soon. And if you're unlucky, if I do the tutorials, they'll be on a different channel. I'll just link from here to there. So, anyway, I'll see you later. I need to stop talking in these videos. See you later.